Good morning, good evening, whatever time you're watching this live. Perhaps it is live or it could be the replay. The majority of people tend to watch the replay. They don't get the notification quick enough. That's why I encourage you to hit the notification bell if you want to hear me communicate live. The way of the heart. We've lived in a society that has been very controlled by the analytical mind. For those that are familiar with energy, we call it the yang energy. Tends to be, and not always males, but an energy of male domination, control. It was the Piscean age. Guess what is arising right now on the planet is more yin energy, more of what we define as the divine feminine. And let me just fix my mic. I've got a little bit of interference there. I want to make sure. That's why I'm wearing headphones today, because I can hear my sound a little bit better and make sure that I'm not getting any clippering at all. So that is important. And what I'm doing is I'm really perfecting my setup to get the sound working a lot better. So can you keep me updated during this live stream as to how my sound is sounding? Because I feel like one of my cables is not great. And just bear with me for a moment as I try to fix my sound, because my end through my headphones is coming through with some static, and I just want to make sure. We had an issue yesterday when I went live where my mic actually cut out altogether at the end. I'm glad it didn't happen during the channeling part, but do bear with me for a moment, please, as I try to fix my end sound-wise. I'm hoping that sounds a little bit better, but it's still somewhat distorted on my end. That is a little bit better. Let me just play with my gain level here. And I'm sensing that it's something to do with my cable. So I might need to visit the shop today and get a new cable for my mic. And perhaps, Aaron, I see you in the chat. Could you also let me know if we have any sound issues during this live stream today, because I want to make sure the sound is perfect. And I might actually just take off my headphones because I'm getting a lot of feedback and a lot of static. I want to talk about a product that I've been using before I get into this today. And I'm reading some of the comments. Hello to you, Amanda. Is a great product that I've been using. It's an elixir. This gives me a lot of energy. I'm going to have some now. It's called an adaptogenic elixir. And it's by a company called Isogenics, who I've been trialing their products. I'm loving the products. They're giving me strength, vitality, energy. You've probably noticed an increase in my energy recently. So I'm going to have my little shot now. This helps with clarity. It helps me communicate better. It helps with my physical energy. And so there we go. Reading some of the comments now. Amanda, have you tried Magic Mind? No, but I'll look into it. And people are talking about different products. Our physical health is so important. Often those of us on the spiritual path, we neglect our physical health. We forget that we need to be physical, and we need to invest in our physical vessels. Although this isn't our real self, this is just a vehicle having this experience. Nonetheless, like a car, if you have a vehicle at home. You're going to service it. You're going to give it good fuel. You're going to hopefully clean it and keep it in good working order. We need to do the same with our physical bodies. Not that we need to be lost in identifying with the physical and thinking that is who we are. It is rather an experience that we're having, or a vehicle that is helping us navigate the human experience. Someone has said that aptogenics, I hope I pronounced that correctly, I'm sensing I didn't, are wonderful. And there's a lot of science behind that. When I do my free online workshop summit, which will be happening over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be getting into more of the specifics of the products that I take and how they're benefiting me health-wise. A lot of you would have noticed I've lost a lot of inflammation in my body, particularly my face, the rest of the body, and I'm a much more healthier now that I'm focused on my physical health. Say this with me: holistic health, spirit, soul, and body. We got to get all of these pillars balanced to have an optimal life. Jesus said, I want you to have life and life abundantly. And to live an abundant life, you need to be healthy. Now, I'm not shaming on those that are unwell, but I want to encourage you that if you are unwell, there are solutions. Not always are the best solutions pain pills and medications. I know someone in their 70s who's on no medication because they take products like this. They look after their spiritual health, they look after their physical health, and they are well enabled and healthy. So you can live beyond 100. My great-grandmother lived to 100 years of age. And I am setting intention for myself that I will live long past 100 years of age. Because why? I got a lot of work to do. I'm just starting out on this journey. This is very early days for me in my work. Although I've been and have been prepared over the last 5 years to get to this point, it's just the warm-up phase. And so I need those years to fulfill my soul's purpose. Who has caught the last few live streams that I have done? And I know there's a bit of a delay, but who has caught some of the live streams? Amanda, I think you have. I know you have. Soren, I know you have. Aaron. And I unapologetically say this, and I say this with confidence, that I began to channel Jesus. Sure, I'm not the only one that has done this. This has been done for thousands of years. Why would Jesus need to be channeled? Why would the energy and the information want to come through to us now? Jesus got hijacked by religion. Jesus didn't come to start a religion. He came to show a way. He came to demonstrate Christ consciousness. And the experience and the life that Jesus had, you can have. In fact, I'll quote him in the New Testament. He said, "Greater things shall you do than I do, even the least of you." Isn't that amazing? So even the ones that the world would deem as unintelligent or lacking education, lacking what the world deems as appropriate and acceptable, even they shall do greater things than I do. Miracles, guiding, leadership, some of these great things that Jesus has left us. He is my main teacher. It's not Dolores Cannon. It's not Wayne Dyer. Although they have been great guides along my path, my greatest teacher is Jesus Christ. Dolores Cannon spoke a lot about Jesus. She wrote 2 books on the life of Jesus. Wayne Dyer, in his wonderful messages and lectures and books, spoke a lot about the life of Jesus. And I hold great reverence. I feel privileged and honored that I'm chosen as a carrier of his wisdom, his message, and what he has to say about current events. So if you have any specific questions, when I channel, and I'm channeling every day now, he is coming through every day, I want to answer some of the questions that you have. In fact, I have one question that came through today that I'm going to read. And we're going to start with this first question. And I think it's a great question. It comes from Jovita. And Jovita asked Jesus this question. She said, I have a question regarding twin flames. What is the twin flame phenomena, and why do we encounter this type of connection? Who has had a question about twin flames and wanting to understand the phenomena? Because there's a lot of information in the spiritual community about the phenomena of twin flames. What does it mean? Do we need them? We're often saying, I'm searching for my twin flame. I need my twin flame. So who would be interested in hearing what Jesus has to say about twin flames? I'll give it a moment for people to give me a heart in the chat there, so I can know that is something you're interested in. And I've written down what I got in relation to this. So Phil has said yes, Soren has said me. He is the teacher of those also. Amanda is saying yes, so you are interested. Good. Here is what he said. My beloved Jovita, listen to me with an open heart, for I will give you the truth. The idea of twin flames has become something that many seekers are longing for. A longing for completion, for divine love, for connection that transcends the world. There is truth within this, but also deception in how it is often misunderstood. So what is the twin flame phenomena? He answers, at its core, this belief speaks to the desire for a deep soul-level connection, a recognition that love is more than physical attraction, more than human relationships. Many who pursue the idea of twin flames are truly searching for divine love, for a reflection of their soul, for a bond that feels destined. But hear me, you are already whole. You do not need another person to complete you. The greatest deception in this teaching is that the idea is that you are only half a soul. Who has believed that? We're only half a soul. And that you must find another half to be filled. This is not true. You were created whole, formed in love, and you lack nothing. Because your soul remembers divine union, you were created from love, and your spirit longs to return to that completeness. So that is why we feel the draw to this. Many misinterpret this longing as a search for one person who will make them feel whole again. Who relates to that? Some twin flame connections can serve a purpose, yes. They can be catalysts for growth, for healing, and for awakening. But they are not the goal. They are not the destination. If a person is placed in your life for a season of transformation, honor it. But do not mistake pain for purpose or longing for destiny. So the real path is divine love. The love you seek is not outside of you. It is already within you. The greatest union is between your soul and the divine. The remembrance that you are never separate from love itself. When you walk in truth, you will attract relationships that are aligned, that uplift, that reflect love rather than longing. Many chase the twin flame dynamic because they believe it is the highest form of love. But the highest form of love is not about seeking another. It's about awakening to the love that has always been within. If you feel this is a word of guidance, and specifically to Javita, who has asked the question, but I know it will be relevant for most of you. If you feel a draw to someone in a deep, unexplainable way, ask yourself this: is this connection bringing me peace or chaos? Is this leading me closer to love or into pain and confusion? Am I seeking this person to feel complete, or do I already know I am whole? True love is never about chasing, it's about alignment. If someone is meant to walk with you, they will. If you are meant to teach and to, if they are meant rather to teach and leave, let them. If you are holding on to pain in the name of destiny, release it. Love does not imprison, it frees. You are not missing a part of yourself. You are already complete. You are already loved, already whole. When you fully embrace this, you will attract the love that mirrors it. Do not search for love as if you lack it. Walk in love, and the rest will fall into place, and the right relationships will align with you effortlessly. I am with you always. You are already one with divine love. Does that resonate with you? It resonates with me. Javita, I want to hear what you have got a question regarding that, and a question has come through. Amanda, I will save that message, Amanda, for my next channeling session, and I will have that answered. And I commit to anybody that has questions for our Lord, for Jesus. Yes, I call him Lord in reverence to my greatest teacher. I follow his teachings. He led the way. He made the sacrifice. And I embody the energy in which he brought into this reality. And I encourage all of you, if you feel aligned to him, to allow him to teach you also, to be inspired to live a life of worship, not in adoration to a deity, but true worship, which is reverence of the heart and service to humanity. True worship to me means to serve others, not only others, but to serve yourself. And that means to love yourself. Stop criticizing, berating, putting yourself down, and see the divinity that he sees in you. Know that you are an aspect, you are a shard of divine light, temporarily contained in physical form. We are so blessed to embrace the beautiful Jesus energy. Oh, amen to that. Amen to that. Am I blessed that I was brought up with a Christian faith and I was taught from a young age some of the teachings of Christ. Of course, unfortunately, many of those teachings have been misinterpreted. But now is the time that we remember the true essence of Christ's teachings, and that is to love thy neighbor as thyself. What does that mean? Two things, two really important things. To love thyself, because we often don't love ourselves. As I said, we berate, we put down, we criticize. Stop doing that if you've been doing that. You are divine. You're an expression of the divine. You are complete and you are whole in this moment. Nothing missing, nothing broken. And then to also love others in that same love. And that includes your enemy. That includes the other aisle of politics. That includes your political leaders that have not had the best intentions for you. Why is he saying that? Why is he telling us to love thy enemy? Because the force of love is the most potent energy in this universe. Love can heal hearts. Love can transform countries. Love can change the world. We don't change the world through politics or by protesting. Mother Teresa knew that, whether you like her or not. She said, I won't ever protest war, but I will stand for love. We, regardless of the roles that we are playing in society, and remind me as well, if Aaron's still on, can you let me know how my mic has been and if we have had any sound issues? I want to make sure, because this does get replayed mostly, and I just want to make sure that when I put this out that we don't have any more sound or technical issues. It's such important information and I want you to be able to hear it without any distortion. The mic is good. Wonderful. Good to hear that. I got a little bit left in my Alexa. I feel so good when I look after my physical body and my mind. And we've been on for about 22 minutes. I hope this message... Well, I know this message is resonating. I don't need to ask you if it is, because I know it is. Re-listen to this message, like, share, subscribe, tell people about this, tell people that they can come here to get answers to their questions. It doesn't cost them anything. All it costs them is a devotion of time to listen. And I will always have this communication open to you as a gift, because it is a gift flowing through me. Not my words. His words. And I honor him. I honor the sacrifice that he gave to humanity. Not salvation in the sense of saving us from hell as a literal place, but to save us from the hell of our own creation, the hell of our own mind. That is the true message of salvation. Is that we were lost in illusion, that we were lost in delusion, that we were lost in the insanity of the ego and the mind, and he came to show the way. He came to save us and redeem us. And that is why we can live with praise and reverence and gratitude for the awakening that many of us are having right now. The Christed consciousness arising. It transcends religion. It transcends division. and it is who you really are. I'll see you next time I communicate. I love you all.